Last video we did this section right here, build a curriculum outline. Finish that. It was a workshop. Now we have a lab to do. I don't know who the lab is for or what it's for. I reset all my progress, and throughout this I never did any labs anyways. So I was just skipping, going to like theory and doing workshops and stuff like that. So, but I want to be able to do work the labs too, to see if I can actually remember and retain a lot of the information that's being taught to me. All right, so let's jump into the lab right now. Should be easy. All right. Camperbot is trying to build a profile page. Why? They asked a friend to look over their code. I guess I'm the friend. They said it has some errors. Okay, but I'm not that friend to look over your code. All right. Your job is to fix Camperbot's errors. Like, why would somebody put me in this position to check somebody else's errors? Okay. Complete the items in the user stories below and click check your code to see if you fix the errors. All right, Camperbot is trying to use a heading to element, but the element does not exist. Fix those tags so they use a correct second level heading element. Okay. Camperbot is trying to add two paragraphs with PP, but those PP don't exist either. Fix those. Okay, so okay, I see it. All right, so let's jump in here and fix it. Boom. This is definitely wrong, sir. That this is wrong. Let's fix that. Boom. All right, and yeah, I don't know about this. Got that before, so let's fix that. Boom. This is not right. Has to go here. This is not right there. One, but that was kind of easy. All right, so oh, we got it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, bet. Okay. Let's submit and continue, and then I want to jump into where we at. Lab is done, so let's jump into this theory: understanding HTML attributes. Oh, this should be fun. Okay, so I got my notes on the side because I know for this one I'm gonna have to take notes. Let's roll through it. All right, what roles? What role does HTML play on the web? What are attributes and how do they work? And then we have to debug a pet adoption page. All right, and yes, I can read. Um, waking up, so coffee hasn't taken yet. All right, so let's do what role does HTML play on the web? Let's get started with this one. Okay, HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is a markup language for creating web pages. When you visit a web page and see content like paragraphs, headings, links, images, and videos, that's HTML. Here's a small example using HTML elements. Try editing some of the text in the editor to see what changes. Oh, so it's going to be questions and answers. Okay, so I have to just read. All right, this is going to be boring for you guys, so I remember this from doing websites. I know that. Okay. Most elements will have an opening tag and closing tag. Most elements will have it. Most elements will have it. Because I messed it up before. So change the text in the editor to say, I love coding. There a space like right here? I guess it doesn't matter. So it's always best practice. Okay, best practices. Is that the same for program? I mean, for coding too, like this one. All right. What distinguishes an opening tag from a closing tag is the forward slash placed immediately after the left angle bracket in the closing tag. Some HTML elements do not. Here, sometimes you'll see void elements used. Or really, like where? Oh, okay. All right. So I bet in real world development, you'll see both forms. It's important to be familiar with both. If you want to display an image, you will need to include a couple of attributes inside the image element. Attribute is a special value used to adjust the behavior of HTML. Uh, Here's an example of an image with a SRC, which is source attribute. Update the value of the source attribute to, all right, the source attribute is you specify the location of an image. Oh, okay. So one, if the image source is broken, you'll see the image alt tag. Okay, with a complete building. Okay, HTML represents the blocks, concrete and iron, make up the walls, the foundation that makes the building stronger. CSS represents the interior and exterior design that makes the building look beautiful. JavaScript represents the electrical and water system that ensures uninterrupted access to the water and the electricity. Okay. What does HTML stand for? Hypertext markup language. Here. Okay. Which of the following is the correct syntax for closing tags? This. Here. Which of the following is a valid attribute used inside the image element? So if the answers, it. Go to the next challenge. Okay, bet. What are attributes and how do they work? Let's grab that for notes. All right. What are attributes and how do they work? Here is the basic syntax for an attribute. Dude, what? Element attribute equals value. What? The attribute name is followed by an equal sign and a value in quotations. The value can be string or a number depending on the attribute. This first example uses href and target attribute. Href attribute specifies the URL of a link, and the target attribute specifies where to open the link. Okay, so it'll go browser, same browser, new browser, blah 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 blah. Href will pull the actual link itself. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That was it. How it looks. All right, let me grab this. Okay, note the element, also known as an anchor. Huh? What? It is? Where? Oh, here. Okay. Oh, so you have to have that inside of the. Oh, okay. All right, bet. Now, when you click on the interactive editor, you will see. Oh, pay. Okay, in the browser. Yep. Okay, bet. Okay. The target equal underscore blank enables the link to open in a new browser tab. Other common attributes are the source and alt or alternative attributes, which are used to specify the source of an image and provide the alternative descriptive text for the image, respectively. Okay. Enable the interactive editor and change the, and then we got double cats. Then change the alt to say two cats. I bet. Now let's break it. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Okay. Similar to the href attribute, the source attribute is required because it specifies the image file to be displayed. Now, all attribute is not required, but it is recommended for accessibility purposes. Accessibility means make sure that everyone, including those with disabilities, can use and understand things like websites, apps, and space spaces. Oh Lord. Okay. Enable to the interactive viewer and try clicking on the chat. Okay. All right. Did that. In the following examples, we have an input element with the type attribute set to checkbox. Inputs are used to collect data from users, and the type attribute specifies the type of input. In this case, this input is a checkbox. You will learn more about how inputs work in upcoming lessons. The checked attribute is used to specify that the checkbox should be checked by default. Oh, wait. So can you do uncheck? No, you can't. Huh, huh, huh. Oh, what about here? Yes, you can. Okay, bet. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So uncheck. Boom. No check. Boom. Check. Ah. Default. Okay, bet. So that's the thing. So let me copy this. Wait. Okay, so input is telling you what this is, and the type checkbox. And you want that by default to be checked. Input, type, checkbox, checked. Okay, bet. There are several common Boolean attributes we'll encounter in HTML, such as disabled, read only, and required. These attributes are used to specify the state of an element, such as whether it's disabled, read only, or required. And now it's just a little check mark here and there. Here's an example of a text input element that is disabled by default. An example of a text input element that is disabled by default. Enable the interactive editor and try to click input. Oh, you just got to remove it. Now remove the disabled attribute from the input element, and you will see the input is no longer disabled. No, it's not. Oh, okay. By default. Oh, okay. So the input type is text. So it's going to give you a text box. Okay. You should now be able to click inside of the field. HTML has many attributes that can be used to customize the behavior and appearance of elements on a website. Understanding how to use those attributes is essential for creating interactive and accessible web content. Over the next few lessons, you will learn more about no about more HTML attributes and how to use them effectively in your web development projects. Okay, which of the following is an example of a Boolean attribute? Table. What is the role of an attribute in HTML? HTML provides additional information. Which of the following is the correct syntax for a Boolean attribute? The input, so somebody's going to be typing into it. Type checkbox. I mean, somebody's going to be doing something with it, not typing into it. Checkbox checked. So that's going to be checked by default. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is all everything. That. All right. So where are we now? Okay. So let's debug and then we'll close this out and be ready, waiting for the next one. Okay. So let's debug pet adoption page. All right. Sally, a pet adoption store owner, has built her first web page. Congratulations, Sally. But there are some issues. Your job is to fix all the errors so Sally can continue building her page. Objective: fulfill the user story below, get all the tests to pass, and complete the story. User story: Sally wants to use an image of some cats, but it's not displaying correctly. You will need to fix the following image, replace the href attributes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I never seen this though. Is it A here? That's the linking. Where's the source at? The source is here. I just don't remember what goes in the beginning of the source. Tailcast H2. That's done. These are the problems here. I know that for sure. Ahref, and it should have. That's closing that like this. This. There we go. Okay, we got that one. We got this one clickable. But why is that red? Uh, so we need to replace the href attribute with the correct attribute for image source. Where's that? Here. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so src. Okay, boom, we got the cat. There we go. Okay. All right, now next we have to replace the alt attribute with the correct attribute representing short descriptive text for an image. Huh? What do you mean by that? Replace the oh, okay. Isn't it just alt? This? Let's break it and see. Yes, there we go. Okay, that. All right. And then we have to remove the image closing tag because image elements are void elements and don't have closing tags. Where is this? Or do you need it and you don't? Remove the image. Okay. Sally wants to use some links to direct users to dog and cat pages, but the links are not working correctly. You will need to fix a element. Replace both those attributes with the correct attribute. What's that? That's Atra here. Yo, why is it doing that? The first character I start to type, it doesn't do it. Now it does it. Okay. Right? Yeah, that should do it. Okay. All right. So let's check the code and let's see. Bango. I was kind of confused a little bit, but got it. Got it. All right. I'll see you guys on the next lesson. I'm Demisi. I'll let you guys. Peace.